Welcome to Story Development. I am very excited about this class. Those of you who have had me before know that I'm pretty much excited about every class because there is so much fun in this industry and so much to learn. I keep glancing down here at these lovely books that we have for this class. I really enjoyed The Screenplay Business. It was one of my favorite books to read over the summer. Lots of highlighting in there and underlining. So we're going to be looking at the story development process specifically for feature films. We have other classes that cover for television, but this is more for feature films or for television that's treated like a feature film in terms of development. So a little bit about me. My name is Ashley Zahorian in the professional world. Selg is my married name, so that's why you see Professor Selg out there. But anything on IMDb and in credits is always Zahorian. I love this industry. I love making films. I love teaching people about them. I love making television. So we're going to have a lot of fun in this class. Now, it is an 8-week class, so buckle up. We've got a lot to do because it's the same course load, workload as a 15-week class, but in 8 weeks. You guys have probably done this before. So with that in mind, because we're going to look at our projects and class assignments in a similar way to how the development world would exist, most of your assignments are going to actually be submitted as discussion posts, even if they are longer assignments, not because of the normal, like, write about what you feel about and write a response kind of discussions. Your assignments are going to be there because another student is going to pick up after you. So the way this is going to work is, yeah, we're going to do an intro assignment that's really some practice on a project before you dive into your main project. But then the main project is you're going to serve as a writer in development for one project and a producer for another project. So when you are a writer, you're going to be picking 3 life stories to be the basis for your project for development. I'm just going to limit it there so that you're not trying to come up with something totally out of the ether for this. And it's a good practice to do a life story adaptation. I'd recommend using a historic figure. You can use somebody like George Washington, Joan of Arc. As long as you're not basing your screenplay as an adaptation of a sole author's book, there generally aren't copyright issues. We'll get into more of that later, but certainly for the purpose of class, you can do a historic figure for a subject for their life story. So you're going to work on a feature film of a life story. We're not going to actually write in this class because it's only 8 weeks, but you will go through a pitch, just a written pitch of why you want to do the project. We'll get into that. And a treatment and outline. So those are kind of the writer components. On the producer end, you're going to be doing development research and development notes in a package. So we're going to do a trade-off where first part of the semester, you're doing the initial brainstorming. Everybody's doing brainstorming on ideas. Then producers, so all the same people, but now with a producer hat on, are going to give development notes to 3 pitches of what they like and where they can see improvement. Then I will assign out a, writer 1 is going to be with producer 3. And that producer is going to take what the writer worked on and finish the package. Likewise, producer 3 is going to be a writer for maybe, there'll be, writer 3, student 3, for producer 5. It will just depend on what resonates with people, and I'll do an analysis and try to make it that everybody gets one of the projects that they liked to be what they produce or put together a development package for. So there's another role that's important in the development process, that of director. But the director in development and early development really kind of bridges the gap between writer or producer. They end up filling those roles in different capacities, giving their input. So we're not going to add that as a third role for class project, but we will talk about it. So buckle up. We're going to have fun. I'm going to try to post lectures on the book reading. So you'll have those throughout the semester. I did do a major restructuring of this class. So, I'm a relatively new professor, so we're working through it. But I think we're going to have a great time. And always reach out to me over Zoom. I've got a scheduler that I will post a link to. That's the best way to meet with me. Please, if you can meet during the week, try to take a time slot during the week, not on Saturdays, but I do have Saturdays open so that if there are students who have traditional jobs and can't meet during the week, that's an option. So I look forward to it. God bless.